Hello, it's Tim here from My Life Tonic. For those of you that haven't been following us or haven't had the chance to watch any or many of our videos, I thought this would be a good chance to introduce myself and also maybe explain a little bit more about what we are planning or what we aim to achieve with My Life Tonic. So firstly, my name is Tim Phillis. I'm the co-founder of My Life Tonic. Probably shouldn't forget Shannon as the other co-founder, my wife and partner in crime. So we created My Life Tonic back in 2016 when we first became yoga instructors and really started to move towards that greater sense of well-being. And ways that we can maintain both good physical health and maintain a positive mental health. Now, Shannon and I were both keen triathletes, very active in our personal lives, doing lots of sport whilst also working in corporate environments. So being physically active was something that was always familiar with our sort of daily routines. In fact, we met doing triathlon in London all those years ago. We now have moved out into the countryside, that well-trodden path of older, dare I say it, or middle-aged people wanting a bit more space into sort of the commuter belt countryside, living just outside of London. So that's a bit of who I am and Shannon is and who My Life Tonic is. Since qualifying as yoga instructors in 2016, our offering has also evolved. So we offer yoga classes at our studio in Cookham, whilst also offering PT yoga sessions that can then be combined with both sauna and cold tubs. So whilst we appreciate physical activities are also very good to maintaining positive health, we've also started to acknowledge that there are different elements that we can integrate into our routine that's positive. So in that example, the benefits both for our physical and mental health of saunas and cold tubs. You'll see through our blogs that we go into more details of those benefits, and you'll also see in time more videos that you can watch to support that. But outside of the physical classes, we support individuals, organisations with maintaining a positive mental health and well-being. And so I am a mental health first aider. Really think that it's important in today's society to acknowledge, to be aware of mental health issues, but also to spot if and as and when people may be struggling. So moving from pure exercise to also looking at ways that we can support our mental health. And that really takes me to the area of well-being. And well-being for me encompasses physical, mental and emotional health. And there are some really good frameworks that I've used to help keep myself balanced, particularly when I've been feeling slightly out of kilter. And how we apply those frameworks, such as habits, how we can establish long-lasting habits that can make a positive impact, but then also frameworks such as the 5 pillars of well-being, understanding what contributes to our well-being, and also taking the chance to just take a step back and understand what contributes to our well-being. And if we're feeling slightly out of kilter, is it one of those pillars, for example, that maybe not quite in place or may have just fallen away? Now, over the course of time, you'll see more videos that will go into more depth for well-being, cold water, saunas, and then establishment of habits. And that then really gives us the opportunity to understand why we called ourselves My Life Tonic. So My Life Tonic is ultimately about encouraging people to find what works for them. And that may be from the activities, the exercise they do, through to the habits that they start to establish. And as I've said earlier, it's not all about being physically active. Yes, we have live, online and on-demand classes that may be HIIT, yoga, breathwork and meditation, but there are other habits that we can all start to establish that can make a difference. And this may range from things like making sure you get enough sleep, making sure you spend enough time offline, to enough time outside, getting exercise, through to staying hydrated. And over time, you'll get to see a number of those different life tonics that may or may not be relevant for you at this time. What we like to think about as a My Life Tonic is knowing what you could do, see if it works. And even if it doesn't work this time, you can come back to it in the future. We're all different. We don't pretend to be offering a one-size-fits-all offering that will enable you to improve your well-being. However, what we do want to do is introduce you to small routines, habits, or changes that you can make that can make the difference. So, having introduced myself, Tim, at My Life Tonic, and also why we've called ourselves My Life Tonic, hope you found that introduction helpful, useful, insightful. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to get in contact and we can discuss ways in which we can support or indeed improve what we do. So thanks for watching and look forward to hearing from you soon.